Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a real honor and privilege to be invited to this conference and to be asked to address you all. This is a very fitting tribute to the memory of the late, great and incomparable Asma Jahangir and the valuable legacy that she bequeathed to us all. I was very privileged to have been a part of a set of chambers in London that made Asma an honorary tenant back in 2000. This conference could not have come, I believe, at a more essential or relevant time, a time when the rule of law and the protection of fundamental freedoms are under pressure all around the world. We in the UK have a bilateral protocol with Pakistan in relation to international child abduction, and we really value that judicial cooperation between our jurisdictions. That protects children who have been removed or retained in either country, in either direction, in a circumstance which might amount to a wrongful interference with the other parents and the children's rights and interests, and it protects that. The rationale behind it, you will appreciate, is that decisions concerning children should be determined in their state of habitual residence. It is very difficult, if not impossible, for the left-behind parent to participate effectively in either jurisdiction or at all. That brings me to the fundamental importance of access to justice, to ensure equality of arms and the Article 6 rights to a fair trial pursuant to the European Convention on Human Rights. The empowerment of the marginalized and the disadvantaged groups in our respective societies and individuals is something which makes us a civilized and a democratic society. I want to applaud the work, the phenomenal work that the AGHS undertakes. Justice is not a limited commodity. We have the capacity to afford justice for all if the will is there, and it is certainly something which we should all aspire to. In tandem with that, it is essential that we form, fund and support services, whether through the state or through NGOs, which will provide essential practical support for the well-being of women and children victims who are disproportionately affected by domestic violence and so-called honor-based violence. And I use that term because I'm sure you will join with me in agreeing that there is no honor in that kind of conduct. And that support is essential to assist and help navigate victims through the legal process and beyond in order to provide emotional and therapeutic services so that they can recover from their traumatic experiences and try to heal as they go forward in life. And very importantly, we must formulate and continually review and refine a robust legislative framework to plug the gaps and deficits and to offer further remedies for all of our citizens. And that must be done, it seems to me, in consultation with experts, academics, with activists on the ground who know what they're talking about. That is what we did in the UK in order to draft the Forced Marriage Protection Act of 2007, which has provided a highly effective remedy for hundreds of victims of forced marriage. And thereafter, we must allow our lawyers to apply that law and to challenge it and to test its parameters. And ultimately, we must be transparent enough to permit a free and independent press to scrutinize those laws, those processes, and hold all of us, lawmakers and judges, to account.